My name's Natalie Schenker, and I'm the co-founder of the Hearts Milk Bank. We're the first non-NHS independent, not-for-profit human milk bank in the country, and that gives us a unique position to innovate in human milk banking in a way that hasn't been done in this country. Over the course of my PhD, I started becoming fascinated with human milk banking and the role of milk banks in providing screened donor milk from mothers who have a surplus of their own breast milk and providing it to the very sickest babies in our hospitals. So something that really surprised me, although maybe shouldn't have done given that I didn't know about milk banking, is that only 1% of the population has ever heard of the service. You're unlikely to unless your baby's been born very prematurely or you know a baby who has. Because so few people know about milk banks now, the service hasn't had the investment and the time spent on it to expand, so nobody can know about it, and it becomes an ever-spiralling case of rationing and hospitals finding it difficult to access donor milk. By creating a large milk bank that can have the capacity to provide a lot of donor milk, that not only gives us the chance to completely remove the postcode lottery, enable clinicians, doctors, to prescribe donor milk to patients they think would benefit, not just those that the rationing handbook says they should prescribe it for, but crucially it enables us to start doing research and to get milk into situations where it wouldn't ever be used. I mean, it really struck me that milk bank processes haven't really changed in 30, 40, maybe even longer than that. And that can change the perception of how a service is seen. What we want to do is to appeal primarily to new mothers so that they want to donate their milk and that the process is easy. New mothers are the biggest users of social media, of technology, than almost any other demographic group. And so we have to be available to them on that level. If I was donating my milk now, I'd probably want an app and I'd probably want to know about stuff going on Facebook. And it enables us to grow the community around us and to grow the people who have an interest.
I initially got in touch to say that I was interested in being a donor through email. I was sent a screening questionnaire and some more information on what being a donor would involve and the next steps to get me registered as a donor. But there was quite a long lag time between kind of me sending the first email and then getting set up. And I know that the organisation is really quite swamped with everything that they're doing to process the breast milk, but also with the administration side of things. And I think that anything that makes it easier, both for the mothers who are donating breast milk, but also for the milk bank, would be really, really positive.
One of the critical issues we wanted to address is the experience of the donor in donating their milk to the milk bank. Donors can often find it difficult to contact the milk bank team, especially milk banks that are staffed only 1 or 2 days a week. And if somebody is going to the trouble of giving their milk, that is there essentially to grow their own baby, to other babies, it's a massively altruistic thing to do. And we need to make their life as easy as possible. So when Nesta put out the call for the development of technology that could help the sharing economy, that really stood out as something that we could capitalise on. And the result of that is that we have a functioning web-based tool that allows donors to book collections within a couple of seconds. It really ties in not only the administrative team of the milk bank, but the serve couriers, the volunteer blood bikers, and it links all 3 components of that triangle together in a really efficient way. This is just the start. We've already found that we're spending less time processing collection requests. We haven't had a single request go astray, and the donors seem incredibly happy with it too. What we want to do is to link up our internal tracking system for the milk in the milk bank, which means that milk is anonymised, barcoded, and then sent out to hospitals in that way. We can link that up to the app as well, so that the mum will then receive a text message saying, "Thank you very much, your milk has gone to a hospital." It's that spirit of involving people in the process, making them feel part of it, which we probably don't have time and manpower to do properly at the moment. Technology can take all of those issues away, and if people have a good experience donating milk, they talk about it. Their friends want to do it. We're already noticing word of mouth becoming one of the leading ways that donors come to the Hearts Milk Bank. Technology can help that grow and grow.
My name is Maxine Banks. I currently on maternity leave, looking after my triplets babies. They would not have been here had it not been the involvement of the Hearts Milk Bank. Due to the stress of caring for triplets in neonatal stage, my milk production started to reduce. They needed breast milk to survive, really, to be fed. When the donor's milk was brought to my attention via Lorraine, I was a bit skeptical, but I opted for that option. One day when I went to pay them a visit and realized that my production has reduced drastically and they needed to be fed, I just opted for the donor's milk. I had no choice and I have never turned back ever since.
I would love to see the Milk app become the national milk donation service. I think that when blood banking first appeared, people probably were sort of unsure about what it was, how does it work, is it safe, is it something that I need, what are the benefits? And they'd probably ask similar questions of the Milk app. I would love to see those questions feeling fully answered and people donating on a regular basis, and that we really understand the scientific benefits and the background to why that's really important. I think some of these projects could be really big in the future.